Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to my Crochet Along Live. It's Thursday and we're going to have a wonderful, relaxing night. I hope you guys are having a great time or like a good week so far. And let me just make sure that I can just let me know if you guys can all hear me okay. To get ready for this crochet along, I had to change my settings a little bit, so I can already tell like my seat is a bit too low. But anyway, I just wanted to get the lighting and everything right because we've got some fun making that we're going to do all together. So if you haven't downloaded the Blossom Scrunchie pattern, which we're going to be working on tonight, it's still downloadable. You can bring it up on your iPad or your phone or to look at as a PDF, or you can print it out, or you can just kind of like follow along. The pattern is like super duper easy. You can adjust it if you like. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's what this whole night is about. Today's crochet along is just it's just about fun, creativity, and being like perfectly imperfect. Let's remove all of the pressure of forcing ourselves to like crochet our fingers off for orders and for business and to make our collections and to plan for our craft shows, and just gather tonight. Allow yourself to just be here for a nice hour, maybe like 30 to 60 minutes, and just hang out with all of us in the community and just like chat along. Let's see who we've got here. We've got a bunch of people already. Oh my gosh, Catherine Kalinowski. Hello, my dear. So we've got our friends all logging in. Oh my gosh, it's bugging me that I'm going to sit on my feet because I'm too low in the picture. So, and then Verna, hello, it's good to see you, Angela. Always logging in. It's always nice to see all of you. Let me know where you guys are also chirping in from. And don't forget that today is a yin crochet, so it's just meant to be like relaxing, meditative, fun, creative, and non-judgmental. So I mean, like if you've ever been to any of my live crochet alongs, and I've only done a few, they are never perfect, and that's why we're here, just to like judge and make. Because one of the things about making is that if you're not having fun doing it, then you got to set the time aside to just enjoy yourself. Sylvia, hello, my beautiful. You're so lovely. Thank you for coming. You have your yarn and hook? Good. Drop in the comments if you're crocheting my blossom scrunchie, or if you're crocheting, if you brought something else for yourself to crochet. Because if you bring whatever you guys want to work on, I've got some lovely music and positive affirmations and meditations for tonight. It's just going to be lovely. And this is not meant to replace any kind of denominational religion or anything like that. This is just purely for like enjoyment, relaxation, and just getting centered, and remembering that if you're not creating and allowing like your energy and fun to flow, then you might lose the joy that you have for what you're making. So I'm just so glad you're all joining me. Hello from New Jersey. It's lovely to see you. Melanie, I crochet this, but I have no hair. No hair. I'll just watch. And I love watching people crochet. Well, Melanie, go grab one of your hat patterns, my dear. Crochet whatever you like. Oh, she makes the cutest creations. You should have seen the last boutique order she showed us. It was a little naughty, but it was hilarious. So this girl's so talented. Thank you for joining us, Mel. I'm so glad that we got to see you today, this week. And Angela from Montreal, hello. I got to tell you, here in Ontario, the vids are rampant. Like everyone is getting sick. I'm just trying not to get sick, but it luckily, like most of us are like vaxxed, so things are okay. I'm not going to focus on that because tonight is about us. Let's have a girls' night, okay? That's what we're having tonight. And from Toronto, hello, Nara. How are you, my dear? Lovely to see you. And crocheting the pony holders to give sweet young ladies in our congregation. So sweet. What parish do you belong to, Sylvia? I'd love to hear. Well, you're probably in the Toronto Diocese because you are from Mrs. I think, did you say you're from Mississauga? Or maybe that's Yvette. But anyway, I'm glad to see you all joining me today. Oh, good. Kelly's making the blossom scrunchie. And let's see. And you can totally wear it on your wrist. Now, I'll just get us all prepared. If you haven't already downloaded it. Now, I've got I have my crochet hooks. It's a G hook that I'm going to use. The pattern calls for a G hook, and I'm just going to have my handy scissors. Now you can use a plain. When I was about to use a plain, but then I realized a plain hair scrunchie, but then I realized that I still have one of my little pom-pom scrunchies left. So I'm thinking I might crochet onto this just for fun. So we'll see. I was just thinking I wanted to make it nice and easy. So maybe you know what? Maybe I'll just make it easy on myself and I'll just make one of these tonight because tonight's about enjoying ourselves and just crocheting without judgment and fun, right? So, back to why I said that I was doing this yin crochet. It's because I know that a lot of us get started with like our business and that sort of thing because we want to create for others once we get really into it. But then once you get into it, it's easy to lose sight of why you started. So that's why I wanted to reconnect with each and every one of you to grab what you want to make and just enjoy yourselves. So I just realized too that I can't do this. I can't show my crocheting and put music on at the same time. So I'm just going to make my mic really close to the microphone and my music really close to the microphone. And if you could all just give me a thumbs up if you can hear this, okay? I'm putting some like meditative music on, like relaxation music on, and I'm going to talk over it. Can you hear that? Let me know if you can. Oh, how cute, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, I am crocheting the scrunchie, but it will be very small because it's for my dog. She wants to wear a ponytail. Dee Dee, you are the sweetest. Dee Dee, I chatted with Dee Dee this week. She was such a lovely lady. Thank you, Dee Dee. And Sylvia, what a good idea to make them for the congregation. And you know, one of the reasons that I wanted to do this was because it's spring. And I know shouldn't be about business, but if you are doing any craft shows and that sort of thing, scrunchies are a lovely thing to bring with you. So why not make one for yourself or one for somebody for Easter or for the communion or bracelet? It would just be so lovely. Okay. Oh, good. You can hear my meditative music. Fantastic. Okay. So just make sure that you have your items with you. And I'm going to just set the environment for us to be able to crochet together in a nice, relaxed atmosphere. I thought, okay, let me just get all of this together. Okay, good. Now, let's see here. We have our music. Now, this is an environment with literal or ideally no interruptions. Make sure that you have good lighting, that hopefully you're in a fairly calm and safe environment, and that you have your yarn. Ooh, where's my yarn? Today I'm going to be using bamboo, so it's completely zen, very zen. So I'm going to use bamboo and little unknown interruptions. And you know what's really nice too? If you have this, we're going to crochet for a little bit. So if you haven't already put on a cup of tea or boiled some water for a cup of tea, why don't you grab your cup of tea too? Go make yourself some tea. I've got my peppermint tea in my handmade. This is from my friend Indira from Waterloo. She makes handmade pottery and she made me this cup. So I put peppermint tea in it because we want to surround ourselves with like beautiful scents while we crochet too. So get your tea and enjoy it today. We're just going to fill ourselves with just goodness. Okay, so that's great. Now, get your yarn hook and scissors and your beverage, and let's just get started. Okay, so if you have your pattern, then all you have to do is, just so you know, we're going to crochet onto our hook, and you can go crochet onto our hair tie, and you can go as fast or as slow as you want. Now if you go a little bit faster than me, that's just fine. Heck, why not make a few tonight if you can? Okay, so I'm going to take one of my hair ties and I'm going to slip stitch on to my loop, and I'm going to put it onto my crochet hook, and I'm going to get started. If you're just joining us, tell me what you guys are crocheting tonight. If you're crocheting my scrunchie with me, or if you're crocheting something else. I'm going to do double for the first row all the way around. And then I'm going to switch to just single to make the leaves, so the leaves flutter about when people are wearing them in their hair. And while you're doing this, we're going to start our base row around here. If you can fit 45 single crochets around the edge, super. If you can't, if you can only fit a few, that's okay, because the leaves depend on how many times you've single crocheted, so you can adjust it to how many times you want. But before we get started, just put your crochet hook down for a second and breathe in and breathe out. And just notice your whole body. Notice if you're holding any tension in your shoulders or your arms or your legs or your heart, and release it. And take another deep breath in and out and release any tension you have. If you find like, oh yeah, I've got some tension I can already tell I've got a little bit of tension in my chest. So I'm just going to roll my shoulders before I pick up that crochet hook, because we don't want to do this with any tension. So I'm going to just twist a little bit, look over my shoulder, look over my other shoulder, and release my back a bit. That feels much better. So when you're ready, go ahead and pick up your crochet hook again and begin crocheting. If you can fit 45 single crochets on your hair tie, great. If not, just do as many as you can fit. So we'll just keep crocheting with our music. Oops. And remember, I'll be saying affirmations throughout this. So just breathe in and out while you're crocheting. Deep breaths. Every once in a while, do a body scan just to make sure that you are holding no tension in your body from the workday, from sitting at a computer, from depending on what you do, maybe you lift people during the day. Let me fix this. You're going to see my camera a little bit. Maybe if you are PSW, maybe you help people out during the day. Maybe you massage people and your hands are tense. Just release that tension and breathe in and out into it as you're crocheting. Oh, look, Josie Lee is here. Look at that. Josie, good evening. We're doing a yin crochet. I'll bet you we can find out a lot from Josie about how to relax. She's a massage therapist and she loves to crochet. So we're going to do one of our stretches after we're done this first row. So just keep following along, guys. And if you haven't already downloaded the pattern, it's in the description for you to join in and watch. And we're just doing the single crochets along the inside of our hair tie for our scrunchie. Oh, look, you've got it, Sylvia. She's rolling on the pain cream now. She's going to release that carpal tunnel. So good for you. And very well, Dee. Oh, very nice. I'm so happy to see all you guys. Hello, Cherie. Let me know if you like one of the songs that I put on. Do you like this song? Just enjoy the tunes and crochet at your own pace. Hello, Maribel. How are you, my dear? Thank you for joining us. Let me know if I'm too quiet, okay? I just don't want to talk too loudly over the music because I want you guys all to feel very, very chill, without judgment. And today, I would like you guys to challenge yourself not to frog anything out. I want you to be able to accept your imperfections and accept how you make things and your creativity. And the beauty about crocheting this blossom scrunchie is I love jewelry and accessories that look like nature. And one of the reasons I like nature so much is because, like, crocheting accessories that look like nature, is because the more imperfections that you see in them, the more uniqueness they have. And you got to not lose sight of that sometimes when you're doing your work, because it's sometimes those unique characteristics that make what we make so original and full of our own character. So I'm done the first single crochet round. I probably don't have 45, but I think this is as many as I'm going to do. So I'm going to count mine to see how many leaves I'm going to do. 26, 28, 29. I have 29 single crochets. Let's fit one more in there just so it's an even number. Why not? Oops. See? Just allowing our accessory to take shape in the way that it was intended to tonight. And now that we're starting our next row, I will give you your next affirmation. Let go of the need to be perfect and let go of the need of perfection. Now take a deep breath in and out. We're going to let go of perfection and just enjoy. And now take your hook, insert your hook into the first starting single crochet, slip stitch, and we're going to chain one, and I am going to cut off one of these yarns because I want my leaves to only be one strand. Okay? Now the leaf pattern, and I'll only go through this a few times. The leaf pattern is chain one, 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, 1 treble, 2 double crochets, and 2 double crochets, 2 half double crochets, and 1 slip stitch, all into the same stitch. And then I'll take it from there. So let's start back with our first 2 stitches into the same stitch to make the first leaf is 2 half double crochets. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull all through loops, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Oops. That's fine. I'm going at our own pace. I know you guys are all avid crocheters, so you're probably whipping through these half double crochets and crochets, but here I'm just going to, now I'm on to 2 double crochets, 1 treble, 2 doubles. I keep hitting the camera. And 2 half double crochets. There we go. And then once we're done our first leaf, we're going to slip stitch into the, actually I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay. I know the pattern says into the same stitch, but you know what? You can change whatever you want, because today we don't have to be perfect, right? So I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch so it makes the leaf a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch and do my next leaf there. So each of my leaves has a little bit of room to breathe. How's that sound to you guys? Let's see here. Josie says, I'm glad that I was able to catch this. I've been super busy working with clients, so I need a little bit of relaxation. Don't we all? I don't know what it is about April that's just been so busy. And I've been looking forward to this today. I resisted the feeling of being stressed. I'm going to start my next leaf, guys. Chain one. I resisted the feeling of being stressed, like, oh my gosh, I have to go live today. But I thought, you know what? No, today's the live where I'm gonna, like, the reason I'm doing this live is because everything felt so busy. And I think it is also, I don't know, for all you Christians out there, you know, it's Easter season and things are just so busy during Easter. I know at my church it's super duper busy and we're getting ready for Holy Week. So it's just hectic. But you know what? Now I'm going to have a new scrunchie to wear. And my daughter can have a scrunchie too. So now I just finished my treble crochet on my next leaf, and I'm going to do my 2 double crochets and my 2 half double crochets into that stitch, and then I'm gonna slip stitch into the stitch next to it, and then I'm gonna slip stitch again into the next stitch. Give my leaf some breathing room. There we go. They almost look like bunny ears when you don't make them like so cinched at the bottom. Oh, look at this. Can you tell me more about Holy Week? Well, I'll do my best. I'm like Holy Week for like, well, I'm Catholic, but Holy Week is the week before like Jesus died on the cross. So we acknowledge that. There's a lot of like events that happen during this period, like Palm Sunday and Easter, and Good Friday, which is like the day, he passes away. And then there's then there's Easter Sunday, and that's like the celebration. So there's a lot of interesting things. I hadn't actually learned the formalities of all of the ceremonies and that sort of thing until recently, when I started doing more music stuff for the church, because I had to read the actual instruction books and really get into why each of these things happen. But kids in grade school, they study this stuff throughout like Catholic elementary school, so it's like quite the whole story it's amazing, really. So you should check it out if you get the chance to. So I'm at the end of this 3rd leaf, and I'm going to slip stitch, and I want to take a moment to take a deep breath in and out. And we're going to put our crochet down for a moment, and I'm going to teach you a stretch Josie Lee taught me, where you put your hands together and you push resistance and open up. I'm trying to open up this area. Okay, push. Breathe in into the stretch and breathe out. And it almost looks like a prayer pose, right? But it's opening up your carpal tunnel. Okay, you could do this as well by pulling your wrists back and opening up all this area. Remember not to get tension in your arms and neck. Breathe in and out. And now I'm going to read our next affirmation before we continue with our next leaves. I give myself grace. I give myself grace. Okay? Guys, give yourself grace to be imperfect, to make things that are wonky, to make things that are like you want to try, and it may not be that by the pattern, but heck, you like it, so why not, right? Like today, I just changed the pattern on the fly because I'm like, no, you know what? I'm not going to slip stitch at the end of the leaf. I am going to put the slip stick in the next stitch because I feel like that today. So sometimes you got to just put that slip stitch in the next stitch, right? Just say, no, that stitch isn't going there today. Today, it's going where I want it to go. That's the kind of freedom we need with our creativity, right? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I keep hitting my little close-up cam here. And I'm glad that's working out for you. Let's see here. Oh my Lord, I had to tell myself some grace. Tell myself, give yourself some grace a lot today. It is hard. It is hard to give yourself grace. If you constantly beat yourself up, you can get in that bad habit. And if you do it over a long period of time, it's just not good. That's why we get together like this. I love this song. It sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Yes. Thank you, Josie. She teaches me so many things. Like, I know I run an academy for people starting businesses, but I tell you, I learned so much from each of every one of you and from all of my students. The things you teach me, the laughs we have, make me so happy. I am like completely living my best life. It is. It is so relaxing, Maribel. I'm glad you're having fun. Look at that. See, I think it was a good idea that I slip stitched into the next stitch. Isn't that nice? Let me read you my next affirmation. So I'm going to take a deep breath in, and I hope you join me because we're not in a rush today. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. Isn't that right? Coming from school, it's so easy. Like coming out of university and college and high school, it's always been about being perfect, getting the best grade you can. But sometimes when you pick up a craft or a hobby, that is the time that you want it to be just right for you. And that doesn't necessarily mean perfection. Like I said, I love things that look like nature because the more unique they are, the better. Like, I'm looking at my scrunchie right now, and I'm thinking I should do a leaf that's bigger than the rest and not so big and space them out because it would probably look way more organic. But today I'm not putting any pressure on myself, so I'm just going to keep following suit. Now I'm going to slip stitch into the next one and take a deep breath in and out. Doing is better than nothing, right? Doing is better than nothing sometimes. And it doesn't have to be fast. What you're doing, sometimes when I feel stifled and I think, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to even get out of bed. Be like, okay, if I just get out of bed and if I just touch my toes a couple times, maybe it'll turn into exercise. Or maybe if I get up and I make breakfast, then my day will begin. And I don't have to do it fast. I just have to keep moving forward. Right? Dee Dee is a perfect example of this. She had to take a little bit of a break for a while in building her business and making things that she wants to make for others. But it's just the fact that she knows she didn't stop. She took baby steps. And when you feel it's the right time for you, you pick it up again, right? Excuse me, I'm going to my nose is running a little bit. I think I have allergies or a runny nose at every time of the year. Oh, let's do another affirmation. Taking a deep breath in, roll our shoulders. I do this sometimes before I sing. I release my neck. I create for creativity itself. I create for creativity itself. Yes. One thing I love is when I watch artists like painters and illustrators, and they'll just like, if they have any spare second, they're just drawing. They're just drawing. They're just painting. They pick up. They just draw what they want to draw because they want to. It's in them. That's why sometimes for me, like I get on my Addy and I just start cranking away because I'm like, I'm just going to make something and it's not going to be in a video and it's not going to turn into whatever. I'm just going to make stuff. And then when my friends come and visit, I have like a lot of ear bands. So I'm going to slip stitch. So in the wintertime, like if you ever come over for coffee or something, I probably have an ear band for you because I love making stuff just for fun. Because here's the next affirmation. My work is a gift. Oh, isn't that perfect? Like your work is a gift. Don't you just love giving things to people? That's why I love giveaways too. They're so much fun. Aw, thank you so much. You're beautiful too. Oh, you guys, you're spoiling me. Nice, that's what I write down. Say it again, please. Okay, I'll write. Let's see. That one is doing. The last one I said is doing is better than nothing, and my work is a gift. It is a gift. You're put on this earth so that you can give whatever talents that you have back to the world in whatever way that you can. If you're really good at like writing code for a software company, it's your duty to give it back to the world. If your talent is to like, you're really good at organizing stuff or party planning, Cherie, I know you want to give it back to people. You see opportunities, you can help organize people that are creative and you love jumping into it. And you're like me, you'll do it for free, even if you know, like just because you love doing it. So your work is a gift. It is. Like today, I felt like crocheting a flower and now we're doing this together. And it's just, we're all giving ourselves a gift by getting together as a community. There's actually this interesting parable. You probably all know it. You know the guy. There's a parable about. I think it was a. Forgive me if I get this wrong, but it's. I know that Catherine Kalinowski probably knows this because she does Bible study. But there's this parable about. I think it was a farmer or landowner, and he gave some of his workers a talon or a coin, and he sent them off to go use this talon and any way that they wanted. So some went out and they invested it. Some of them bought things and they grew more stuff. And then this one guy, he buried his. And then a few years later, some time passed, and the landowner asked the workers to, bring back what they did with this talon or their coin. And they all came back, and one was like, yeah, look, I multiplied mine into 2 because I made money back. And another one was like, I invested mine. And then the last guy was like, oh, I buried mine in the ground and here's the one back. And then the landowner was like, see, the symbol of the story is that this talent is your talent. It's your talent and what the gift you give to the world. So if you bury it and hide it, you are doing like a disservice to the world because you were given this to give back, So that's why you have to look at everything you do if you know you do it for free, that's a gift. That's a gift. So that is the story of the talent. Oh, here it is. Catherine knows. I knew you would know. It's the parable of the talent. Right. Oh, I hope I did it justice. Yep. She has an event tomorrow. That's funny. That's like she's probably doing it for free because she just loves doing it. Yes, that's the thing. Your work is a gift. It's meant for you to give back. And then some people are like, "Oh, well, I'm not going to do it free." Well, sometimes you got to do some things free. Like I love to sing I do it for free. I will do it for free day and night. It doesn't matter to me. If there's a karaoke, someone invites me to karaoke, I'm going. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here's a nice one. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. I only have a few more to go. Take a deep breath in. And out. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some of my peppermint tea. I'm going to take a tea break, guys. I have my handy dandy teapot. I'm going to heat up my tea a little bit. So one of the ways you can pepper yourself is just take a deep breath in of your tea. That's the stuff. Who needs Sanka, right? Do you remember Sanka? Do they sell Sanka in the United States still? I don't think we have that anymore here in Canada. Heck, with all of the problems with supply chain, we don't get a lot of stuff now. Where was I? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. Because we don't have to be perfect today. We're just going to keep crocheting. What a cute teapot! Thank you. Here, let me show it to you. I have my peppermint tea. It says green, but it's peppermint. But look at this. Oh, hello. Hello. Isn't that cute? I got this in Times Square in New York the last time I visited. We always go to the M&M shop in Times Square because we have like a little timeshare condo there. So we just, every night we arrive, we just walk over to Times Square, check out what's at the M&M shop. They always have these, they have cute little toys, and we might pick one up for the kids or whatever, but I got that one. And the next time I go, I hope they have the yellow one. I hope oops. Check this out. My daughter drew that. If I've never shown that to you before. Oops. It's Face ID. Oop, okay. There we go. There we go. See? Back online with my tea. I think I'm on double crochet. Let's see. Much love from over in the UK. Well, hello, Miss Jinxed Heart. Do you have any of your tea going? Are you having your tea while you're doing our crochet along? I hope you're enjoying it. I think this leaf is a little bit bigger, but that's all right, because in nature, nothing is perfect. That's what makes it beautiful. And I'm going to do a little bit of a stretch too. Okay, let's see. Now let's take a deep breath. I have so much to look forward to every time I pick up my hook. I have so much to look forward to every time I pick up my hook. And it's so true. Because we love to make. If we never had a hook and we never picked this up, can you imagine? We wouldn't be here today because we would have never met. We would have never watched each other's YouTube channels. We would have never joined each other's communities. We have so much to look forward to. Look at that. It's amazing what one thing can lead to another just by crocheting. I tell you, for most of you, I keep hitting for most of you who's been crocheting for a long time, you probably remember the days when there was like no crochet communities. I remember there was one knitting shop in this little enclave in Streetsville near where I live. And there was a place, it was called Rudy's Needle Bed. And you could go there to learn how to sew and knit and all that sort of thing. But that was pretty much the extent of community in the crafting world. So we didn't have stuff like this. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh, you can do anything online. Isn't that wonderful? I am proud that I have a beautiful craft. I am proud that I have a beautiful craft. And we shouldn't take it for granted that we could do these things. You know, for the longest time, I didn't even consider crocheting like a big craft for me because, I mean, I could do it most of my life. It was like riding a bike. But then as years go by, isn't it funny? Like our kids don't even know how to write their name in cursive or write a whole essay in cursive. And we do, and now it's considered a craft and people are like making money off of calligraphy and things like that. And meanwhile, it was just like, we had to write that way, you know? And now it's like, whoa, you could like, it's like considered an art to be able to write all the letters in curvy letters and to make a scrunchie out of a piece of thread or a piece of yarn, you know? Isn't that wonderful? Oh my gosh, Pups in Crochet, she's here. Hi, Pups. It's so good to see you. She was a winner, the grand prize winner of our giveaway. I'm so excited. So true. Hey, Pups. Everyone's saying hello. We hope your day is going well. Let's see here. Jinxed Heart said, it took me a month to learn how to chain. Now I'm hooked in more ways than one. That's the thing. You get hooked so fast. Couldn't figure out why people can't do things. I know. It's an old art. Like I hope, you know, I know what every generation goes through their own, you know, things that they're good at. But I hope people don't forget how to do these cool things. Like it's a shame that I I kind of let my embroidery skills go away, but frankly, I really hated embroidering. I always pricked myself, and to this day, I don't like using a needle and thread, like a sharp one. I'm okay with darning needles, but needle and like sewing embroidery is just not my jam. So let's see. It's kind of like cooking. I'm not great at cooking either. I know, but I bet you a lot of you are amazing cooks. I wish I was good at cooking. I'm not great at it. When I take my time and I don't judge it, it's fine. Then I don't burn most things. But for the most part, I tend to burn things. But I think it's because maybe it's because I'm in a hurry and I rush. I should say these affirmations when I'm cooking. That would probably be, my family would appreciate that. So take a deep breath in and be grateful that we're here together today. And say, I'm proud that I have a beautiful craft and I value learning more than perfection. I value learning more than perfection. So things don't have to be perfect, my friends. I do bead work with really fine needle. Oh, that's amazing. You know what I wish? I wish I had better eyes. I love bead work. I love sparkly things. I love when like there's a contrast between like uh knit and I was telling my friend, our dear friends, while I was doing coaching this week, that I love the look of knit against other things like beads or sparkle or leather, just because there's like this contrast in texture. And I've always loved knit and beads or knit and sparkly things. So I love beadwork, but my eyes are really, 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 really terrible. Like these are bifocals, well, progressive. And I have to, I really need a new prescription because the nearsighted part of it, the upper part is getting worse. And I think the farsightedness part is getting worse too. So beading work is eesh, not the greatest for me. But, what can you do? Get older, you can't judge yourself, right? What can you do? Oh, look, I'm sad. I'm at the end. So I finished this crochet scrunchie. Look at that. Oh my God, I'm done. What time is it? 7:14. I wonder if we have time for another. Do we have time for another, guys? Would you like, I wouldn't mind staying on and doing another one. I still have more affirmations. If you're up for hearing more affirmations, we'll keep going. Drop in the comments if you'd like some more, because I have more. Get a magnifier. I have one. I have a magnifier lamp. Isn't that funny? I hate them. The lighting is so wonky, you can't really control it that well. Don't you find? Okay, Angela wants to keep going. I'm going to stay on longer. I'm going to crochet onto the pom pom one now. So I finished this one. I'll weave in those ends. We'll leave weaving in for later because that's not as fun. Okay. Because today we could do anything we want tonight, okay? That's what we're going to do. I'm going to mute for 1 second and blow my nose. Bear with me. There we go. Woohoo! We're staying on, my friends. Here we go. Okay, I want to pick a different color for this one. Let me see. Ooh, there's a pretty one over there. I'm gonna hop out of the picture for just 1 second. Enjoy the music. I'm gonna grab some green yarn. I want to do green for this one. Look how cute these are. I don't really want to change the tone before I start my next scrunchie, but how about a giveaway? Let's do a flash giveaway. Who wants to win one of these pom pom hair thingamabobs? I've got a dark green one or a like mint green one, or I've got, yes, I've got those colors left. So I'm gonna put the music on for a pause, and I'm gonna do a giveaway. I feel like giving something away. Let me just pause the music for 1 sec. Okay, my friends, flash giveaway. So not meditative, but we'll start the next meditation in a minute, and we're gonna do a flash giveaway. Guys, put a hashtag before the word, but do you guys remember what kind of tea I'm drinking? What type of tea? Hashtag, it starts with the letter P. If you can remember what kind of tea I'm having, drop it in the comments, and the winner will get one of these pom-pom hair thingies to make your next scrunchie out of. And you could choose the color. I've got mint green and dark green still left, and I can mail it to you. It will, don't put a comma in front of it. Don't put a comma in front of it, and it's double P. Okay, double P. Make sure you, okay. So put a hashtag in front of it, and then it's a double P. And for the type of tea, then I will also give you a dark green or a peppermint color. And while you're typing in your answers, I'm going to have another sip of tea. Yum. I love my tea. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me just, I'm going to get this. Keep dropping your answers in while I get my thing ready again. This thing, I tried to lock it on, but I don't know why it didn't. Anyway, okay, let me get the giveaway tool back out. Okay, and oops. Yes. Giveaway tool. Yin Crochet Along. Okay, all right. That's I love how you guys are helping each other out. The answer, okay, now I have to put in the stream. Share. Share. How do I share here? Share. Your screen, Chrome tab. Giveaway. Here we go. Okay, my friends. Oh, look at that. Okay, the answer is hashtag peppermint. I'm having peppermint tea. Let's see who wins the scrunchie. Now, just so you know, guys, it's a flash giveaway. I'm going to send these by bubble mailer with a stamp. Okay, so it's not going to be express, so it might take a little bit of time, but just be patient because it's going to get to you. So I'm going to just send it to you. Collecting comments. And we have 11 entries. So let's see who is going to be the big winner. Kim Lenny! Kim, you win! You win. Which one you want? Which one would you like? Would you like the dark green one, or would you like the mint green one? They both come with a cream pom pom, and then they both have like a dangly little gray pom pom on it as well. So let me know. Drop in the comments which one you would like, and then email me at, I guess, blissbyhand@gmail.com. Here, I'll write it here. Blissbyhand@gmail.com. Email me at blissbyhand@gmail.com with your email address, and then I will mail you your color choice for the hair tie so you can make more scrunchies with me. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, now I'm going to put the music back on, and we're going to begin I'm going to make one more. I'm going to make one more scrunchie, and this one I'm going to put it on the pom pom scrunchie. But I need to also, oh my God, Doris! Doris! Hello! Is this Doris from my calligraphy friend. Doris, is that you? Let me know if this is you from Markham. Oh, if it's not you, I know another Doris. She spells her name, if not the same or exactly like yours. So congratulations. Congratulations, Kim. Okay, let's see. Oh, my pleasure. Okay, now I'm going to share my window again with you. Let's get back to our yin meditation scrunchie pattern. Okay, I'm going to crochet onto here again, and I'm just going to do as many that fit. And before I begin, I'm going to slip stitch and put out into the world my next affirmation for all of you, that I am proud that we have a beautiful craft. I am proud that we have a beautiful craft. I am proud that we have a beautiful craft. Aren't you glad sometimes when you come home from work and you're happy that you have something that you can unwind with? And it's not a vice. Maybe buying yarn might be a little bit of a vice, but it's not bad for your health unless you over crochet and then you hurt your wrist, but we're not really focusing on that. But it's not drugs or stuff like that. I love this forest green that I'm putting onto this hair tie. It's so cute. This is also bamboo that I'm using. How are you guys doing? Are you still making the hair tie or have you moved on to anything else? Ooh, what do we have here? Thank you for the great stream, but ooh, I need sleep. Enjoy your craft, everyone. Bye, Jinx. Wow. Well, you can enjoy the music and fall asleep if you like, but maybe the music has helped you relax. I'm glad that you feel ready for bed. Jessica's working on a green sweater for her daughter. Isn't it lovely that we're working on all these lovely, like, accessories for girls? Oh, Kelly's weaving in ends on her first hair tie. Kelly, you could start another hair tie with me. Cherie's working on another wicker purse. Lovely. Can't wait to see that. Ooh, working on a raglan top for my friend's daughter. Nice. I love making garments. Isn't it so cool how we can make something to wear if we really needed something? I've single crocheted all the way around. Now I'm going to do another meditative breathe in. Breathe out. On my shoulders. I value exploring more than I value fear. I value exploring more than I value fear. I love that. You know, a lot of times that we don't try new things or that we experience fear is just because it's unknown. We're scared of the unknown. But if you remain open to exploring and you kind of keep yourself open to that mentality, that you can be open to observing what unfolds when you try new things, then you can at least acknowledge that when you feel fear, it's just that. It's the discomfort of experiencing something new, but it's not necessarily going to hurt you. Sometimes you just need to do what you need to do to get to the next thing, even if it's ugly, even if it's not perfect, even if not everybody in your whole life is going to approve. That's how I'm going to survive the zombie apocalypse, making people clothing. Oh my gosh. Isn't that like kind of the truth? I was reading this book, and I think I mentioned it in another live, but it's called Happy Money. And it was talking about how things like oil will turn into things like, you know, how like back in the day, salt was like, like early, I don't know, 17, 1800s. If you didn't have salt, you were pretty much a goner when winter came. But now that they have new ways of making preservatives and stuff like that and preserving food, salt is like this inexpensive thing that everybody can more or less get their hands on, right? But they're saying that things like oil and money will eventually become like salt because other people, like people in the world, are now finding other ways to trade and to be able to live. You know what I mean? Like exchange, because now that money has also become more of like a figurative thing. You know, brings into rise. Will we ever see a society where money as a currency will be not the way that we know it now? It's possible. Maybe not in our generation, but heck, they invented the iPhone in our generation. We didn't expect that to happen. I know these are thoughts that are really kind of out there, but I always think, wow, imagine those possibilities. I mean, I don't necessarily believe everything I hear, but just the idea of like, huh, imagine if that happened, hey? Like, you look at how you're thinking when you see people investing in things like cryptocurrency and stuff like that, you're like, that's never going to catch on. But now people are like, maybe they're onto something because maybe now that they treat it like figurative currency, and now you can actually buy actual things into it when it converts into the real world. Huh. It's just the thought exercise of it is kind of like, it's pretty it's like a provocative thought, huh? I'm not saying it's right or wrong or whatever, but who knows? Anything's possible too, right? Who knew that we would be in the middle of like a global pandemic, right? So look at that. Yeah. So I figure if we ever do reach the point where we get into this global apocalypse, we could trade we could trade sweaters for fruit or something. Be like, who needs a sweater? I need milk and eggs. So much has changed since we were younger. We had floppy disks and payphones. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. People wouldn't know what to do with a dime these days to use the telephone. I was at the hospital the other day and I was like looking at one of the payphones and I'm like, gee, it's been so long since I've seen one of these, you know, or a rotary dial phone. I love it when they have those pictures of old things that you show your kids and they have absolutely no idea what it is that it is. Like, remember on the 45 records, how they had that, like, it was this that squiggly plastic thing that they kind of thinged in the middle to keep it in place so that you could put it on the bigger record. So like that little nibby thing, like, show that to somebody under the age of, I don't know, 13. They have no idea what that is. Heck, show it to someone under the age of 20. They probably don't know what that is. The little I don't even know what that nubby thing is. I should make that like a draw. Like, what's the name of that nubby thing that goes in the middle of a 45 vinyl record? Seriously, though, my Nana taught us about barter: apples for eggs, split wood, and beef. I grew up in the farming community. Oh, yes. And you know what, too? Like, you know what's fun about craft shows? I'm going to do a live eventually about craft shows because craft shows are picking up now. I'm so excited about craft shows. But like when you do craft shows, it's almost like a blast from the past because you can get so much cool stuff from like bartering with other artisans, like so much great stuff. Like I remember I bartered this burgundy pom pom hat for like 6 candied apples and 3 bags of like sugared pecans. I was like, to me, I was like, yeah, snacks. Oh my gosh, it was such a great barter. But like, I love craft shows. I have to stop myself though because like half the time I end up spending what I make with at other people's booths because I just love like finding other artisans that make great stuff. Like this dress. This is from Desserts and Skirts. Nicole, she's in Toronto if you ever want to check her out. She has the best stuff. I don't know if she's ever bought a hat from me though. But she's one of those people that like as soon as our booth's open, I scooch over and I check out everything she has in my size. Oh, I miss craft shows. Let's see here. The disc. Is that what it's called? The little plastic squiggly thing that's in the middle of a vinyl 8 track? I mean, 45 record. Used to barter all the time. Oh, yeah. Sometimes, like, I'll barter with some of the, like, entrepreneurs in the neighborhood, too. Like, my friend was a dog walker, and she would barter for, like, theater lessons for her kids from the local theater company. And yeah, it's just sometimes it's just so much easier. You're like, oh yeah, or they'll walk your dog if you know, you supply them with whatever. I think it's time for another affirmation, right? I'm having so fun chatting. I called it a necklace when I was younger, hung off a dog chain. Oh, that's so cute. I got a t-shirt for my husband. Before this stream is over, I have to show you what I'm talking about. I have to show you what I'm talking about. Oh, where's my music? Wow, I managed to get through the. I only have a few more of these leaves, but I'm just having so much fun. Before, I'm going to put this down for a teeny bit and rest my hands and stretch. And I'm going to look up what that thing is because it's going to bug me if I don't look it up. So 45 centerpiece. Yes, what is that thing called? A 45 RPM adapter. Also a 45 record insert. Small plastic insert that goes in the middle of a 45 RPM record so it can be played on the standard size spindle of a turntable. That's the one. That's hilarious. I didn't even know what that was. It's just called an adapter. That's no fun. I thought maybe it'd be called like a Norflax or something. Look how pretty this looks. I'm glad that I did this in like this moss green. It looks so earthy. I could totally wear this with what I'm wearing right now. I think I'll wear this at Easter. This is adorable. Don't you love it when you make something you think is beautiful? That's what this is about today. A Norflax. Hun, get the Norflax. I want to play my ABBA record. Oh my god. You know what I thought was so funny too? Um, who, when they were young, used to sit by the radio waiting to get to tape their favorite song off their station from end to end without the DJ talking over it? That was like another pastime. Like, can you imagine all the time we used to wait, sitting by the ghetto blaster or whatever, waiting to tape our favorite song on the radio? That's like, I would sit for 2 hours waiting for a song that were like, or I'd listen to um, Casey Kasem's top 40 hits on Sundays. I'm like, okay, it's gonna be in the top 40, so I'm for sure gonna get the whole song. Well, we totally did that. Of course, we did that. Is that funny? The, then I would add it to my voicemail. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I don't know if anyone has watched that movie, Turning Red, where there's at the very beginning of the movie, at the very beginning of the movie, Mei Mei's friend gives her a burned CD of Four Town. Oh my god, it's so funny. I'm like, oh my god, we used to do that. I remember like for my wedding, I burned like 75 saw like 75 CDs for all the guests on my playlist because I was like, okay, I was like too cheap to like, I don't know, professionally get it done. I don't even know if you could professionally get it done. Like, who did that? We all burn stuff, right? So I burned all my favorite songs onto like like discs, one for each family for my wedding, and then we printed out on the color copy or the CD cover. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember the songs. Let's see here. That was the late 70s, early 80s. I can't believe you're that old to remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my friend. I was born in the 70s. You kidding? Oh my gosh. I had a rotary telephone. So yes, so many funny things. That's why I think I was like a I think to this day, I have friends who still go like clubbing and they're like near 50. And I'm like, how do you still go clubbing? Like the 90s was totally the clubbing era. And and I did go clubbing and that sort of thing, but I just don't have the stamina for it anymore. Like honestly, by 10:30, I'm sleepy. Oh yeah. Extra points if you made a mixtape. So romantic. Oh yes. I made mixtapes. We still have the mixtapes. We have like tape decks full of mixtapes, like Shaka Khan, Sade. Oh my gosh, the Diggable Planets. Oh, but like I don't know if you guys we had a favorite. I have a favorite station that was that we could pick up in Toronto if there was like no clouds in the sky. We I used to listen to WBLK. I don't know if you guys are near like the New York area, but WBLK had the best Quiet Storm. And then I would just tape the Quiet Storm. It was so good. They had like I was very very big into R&B. I love R&B. That was my jam. Oh my gosh. Sylvia's kids were born in the 70s. Sylvia, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Oh, plastic covered couches. Yes. My dad covered everything in plastic. Everything. Our living room chairs. the remote. The remote. Oh my gosh. It was so funny. And I just, he covered our kitchen table in plastic. Like he put this, my mom like made this sort of like quilt pad, and then she put it on the kitchen table, and then my dad like covered it in plastic. Isn't that crazy? And to me, you're growing up, you're like, whatever. There's no internet, so you don't realize how weird your family is. Oh my gosh. My son wore those jeans. Wait, what's this? I used to wear skater jeans that you could house a whole family under each pant. I miss that style. I love that style. Oh my gosh, I love the big pants. Then you would like go clubbing in them. I used to wear platforms with those. Oh yes. Our legs would stick to the Oh my gosh, you guys are like totally my tribe. That must be why I love you so much. Oh my gosh, you're my mom. You're like my mom, my sister, my friend. Oh my goodness. Oh, so much in common. Did you guys get WBLK near where you live? Like, I figure if you're like in the Pennsylvania, New York area, you might, or Buffalo, because it was broadcast from Buffalo. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like, I only have one more leaf yet left, my friends. This turned from a yin crochet into like retro, retro reminiscing. Oh my God, what a great crochet along. We should do a granny square and call it retro reminiscing, and then just play like freaking 70s and 80s tunes, like ABBA and like uh Rick Springfield. Rick Springfield. Michael Jackson. I think that's all I ever listened to when I was like, it was like the 60s and 70s. Michael Jackson. Oh my goodness. I don't know if all my music taste is the same as you guys, because my dad was into Boss Skaggs, so I actually like some Boss Skaggs stuff too, and like the old pre-Peter Cetera Chicago. Oh my gosh, guys, this has been so much fun. I've probably gone way longer than I should have. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be like an 80s, 90s. We should go 80s, 90s, 80s, 70s and have playlists. But the thing is, I can only play non-copyright music. So I'll get like copyright strikes if I play the jams. Oh yeah, the Beatles. Oh my gosh. 82? My gosh, you're a baby. You're a baby. Oh, like Pink Floyd. Oh yes. Supertramp, Led Zeppelin. I'm loving this music. We've got to find a way to share each other's music. Make another one. This is too much fun. Oh yes. Okay. Well, we got to have another crochet along. But we got to find a way that we can share each other's playlists. That would be so much fun. Oh yeah, we should do a Zoom call so then we don't get like dinged. Bread. What's bread? Bread. Oh, is that a band? I don't think I know bread. My son was born in 82. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Yes, Donna Summers, Aber Springfield Journey Eagles. Okay, you probably had the same playlist I had. Like, say, do you remember? Oh my god. Yeah. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Queen, Red. Oh my god, guys, this has been so much fun. I totally have kept you longer than I should have. But I appreciate you crocheting along with me. I hope you found the beginning really uplifting and creative. And I love where we went with it. So we've got to find a way to share that. Maybe we can do a Zoom call or Facebook. That way we don't get dinged. Maybe we can even do it on Instagram. I'll have to figure something out. Either way, I'll work it out and then I'll put it on the community tab the next time. But thank you so much for joining me. And oh, yes, Freddie Mercury, Eagles and Queen. Oh my gosh, we could keep going. Dancing and Donna Summers. What? But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I hope you all have a happy, safe, and healthy handmaking life. Bye, my friends. Bye. Keep making. It was. Bye-bye.